But with this, now that you have mentioned that specific person, so I actually would like to know from you, doctor, that, so what is your take on this particular specific person? Let's just name him Mr. Ramdev. I mean, Ramdev Baba. He is a guru. He's a yoga guru, and he's just, such a successful yoga guru, and he actually dismissed allopathy, and he actually rubbished allopathy. So what's your take on that? And he did apologize later, but with that statement of his, a lot of doctors got offended, and and the controversy got created. So what's your take on his statement, and what's your take on him?
See, first of all, we all appreciate Baba Ramdev ji, whatever he has done in terms of
Mm-hmm.
propagating or disseminating the yoga information and creating an awareness in our society as far as the yoga is concerned. I personally met him several times. I also come up from that city. I did my Ayurveda in Gurukul only from
Mm-hmm.
Haridwar, and I personally met him several times. And we have seen closely how Patanjali has grown, and right now they are doing whatever. In fact, they have a Ayurveda college. They have a
Mm-hmm.
Ayurveda hospital along with the yoga thing as well. So first of all, we all respect him and we all appreciate him. Whatever he has done, Acharya Balkishan ji has done, it's a tremendous work. Second, actually, the problem here is what he was quoting or what he was stating. I think there were two aspects. One, he was not specifically intention was not to criticize the doctors. Intention was to criticize the system in terms of the failures. Now, maybe
Okay.
words were wrong, or maybe he realized after that that the word
Mm-hmm.
in which he has presented or he has quoted certain points were wrong, and he has apologized for that, and he has given a written apology as well as he has now given that statement that he respects and
Yeah.
and so many things are there. So I think the intention was never to criticize the resource, the human resource that is our allopathic doctor. And let me put it very clear: the intention of any person who is there is never to criticize any human resource, be it allopathic doctor, be it Ayurveda doctor, whatever. The intention is the system which we all know is somehow uh, not good in terms of let's understand when this particular pandemic started. There were there were certain protocols. A patient immediately started following that protocol. Then there were certain medicines. In fact, I have seen patients were running for those medicines, and they were spending lakhs on lakhs of, say, plasma therapy or some antivirals, remdesivir, and all these things were there. You all have
Without prescription.
you all have seen that. Now, suppose, just imagine one thing. For example, in my family, if somebody is suffering and doctor is saying, okay, get a plasma therapy, get a remdesivir, and so on, and I'm just running across the world and spending lakhs of amount, and ultimately end up there realize that protocol now has been changed, and plasma therapy is not at all effective, remdesivir is not at all effective, and WHO as well as the Indian government has now withdrawn. In fact, today, if you see the latest protocol, it will not have any medicine which was there in last 1.5 year. So it's a natural that we will get frustrated. It's natural that we will get
Mm.
irritated. I have so many patients who were so much frustrated and irritated, and they literally cried, and sometimes they literally told us the story, and we got goosebumps that okay, that happened to them. They were running the whole day, sometimes 2 to 3 days without sleeping, without food, for ensuring some medicines for their near and dear ones. And when they realized that
Mm.
this medicine was not at all effective, in fact, it is a failure. So just imagine the pain, just imagine the irritation and frustration of that particular person. I think that was the pain and that was the reason, which was the main intention of mentioning that. See, we all appreciate our human resource. I again repeat, we all appreciate our human resource, that is allopathic doctor. But allopathic doctor are not, in fact, they are not responsible. They only follow, and they only follow the protocols which has been.
Yeah.
And Indian government is also somehow not responsible because they are following the WHO protocols. So now the problem here is the entire system, the ecosystem which is there. And see, we have to make a choice here. India has always seen a guru. India has always seen a knowledge provider, not a knowledge seeker. So we can seek knowledge, that is fine. But still, if we have some knowledge and if we are being positioned in the world as a knowledge provider. So, but in
Mm-hmm.
allopathic, the problem here is in allopathic we are just doing the copy thing of the international protocols. We are just doing a copy paste and we are just following that. So that is the DNA, and that is the basic problem we need to understand, and that's why we all are focusing. And in fact, many allopathic doctors have shown interest, and they are doing research in herbal medicines and Ayurveda medicines. Our pharma fraternity, I appreciate them. They are the torch bearers of doing medicinal plant research in our country. The pharma fraternity is a torch bearer. Uh, they are the, I can say, best resource, and I've seen so many pharma people are doing so many research on medicinal plants. And these are, by the way, the allopathic pharma people I am talking about. They have studied B farm or M farm and all these things in allopathic, but they have a subject pharmacognosy in which medicinal plants are being taught, and they are doing research. So now we need to understand, on one side we can duplicate and replicate the international protocols, but still, if we, like for example, we can again take an example of China. So this virus has originated from China, and if we have so many research papers, we have TCM. TCM is traditional Chinese medicine. So TCM has supported and helped so many Chinese in terms of recovering and healing from the COVID, rather than just standalone depending on allopathic, which somehow Ayurveda was not being positioned in that way. Like some hospitals allowed us to give medicine in ICU, but not all. Many doctors resisted as well. Now, if the condition was each and every hospital has a department of Ayurveda as well, and every hospital and each and every protocol, for example, in government also, if they have released this official statement that at least with this allopathic, this Ayurveda also you can take. Ministry of Ayurveda is the protocol, but the impact was not that much. If again, that's why I'm saying it is not always should be allopathic versus Ayurveda. It should be allopathic and Ayurveda, or allopathic along with Ayurveda. That is that is the main mindset we need to change. So if that has been there, I think that frustration and that irritation would not have been into Baba Ramdev as well. And he has also seen pain and frustration of so many people. He is like being followed by so many lakhs of people, crores of people is in our country. So I think that irritation and frustration he was having. But yes, the choice of words was not that appropriate, which he has already apologized. So I think let's close that topic now. That has been now a closed chapter. But that is, and we always appreciate whatever people are doing, be it our allopathic doctor. We have 1st July Doctors Day, just day before, like just after the tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we have first, that is a Doctors Day, and we appreciate all the doctors in our country who have an allopathic doctor, Ayurveda doctor. In fact, Ayurveda doctors are posted in government jobs. They were the frontliners in terms of getting people vaccinated, going to all these places. We have seen in news channels also, people were throwing bricks. Maybe you people have seen some news. There was a lady doctor in Maharashtra. She has been chased by the crowd, and they have throwing stone to her. And she was a doctor, by the way. It has been there last year in the news, in the main news channels. So we have so many Ayurveda doctors working as a frontliner in hills, in Uttarakhand, in Himachal, many other hill areas. EMS Ayurveda doctors are being posted as medical officers, and they are doing their job in terms of vaccinating the entire villages sometimes along with the paramedic staff. So I think we should appreciate each pathy doctor, be it allopathic, be it Ayurveda, be it other pathy doctors, and we all should, as a team, we all should join hands together, and let's ensure that each and every, we have one, we have so much of population. We have 125, more than 125 CR people, and only a few lakhs of doctors, only 8 lakh Ayush doctors, and I think only 10 to 12 lakhs allopathic doctors are there in our country. So we have so much handful of only few doctors for the entire population in our country. So let's join hands, and let's ensure that everybody will get healed, rather than people also getting confused and we are also getting confused. Which path is better, which path is not better.
I mean, that is true. Absolutely, absolutely. Because, at the end of the day, the goal of both Ayurveda and allopathy is to serve humanity and to serve mankind. And if the goal is one, so why do we have to, have different thoughts and different, why should we create controversies if the goal is one? So thank you so much, Dr. Piyush, for coming to SCube TV and speaking with us. It was so lovely chatting with you, and it was such a knowledgeable conversation. And thank you so much for enlightening our audiences with your amazing thoughts you shared. Thank you again.
Thank you, SQ team for inviting me for this discussion, and thanks, Rajni, for these excellent questions. I think these questions should be there and should be discussed so that we can create awareness in our society. And thank you so much. And I request all the audience and listeners to have a safe year ahead. Take care of your near and dear ones. Thank you.